going to get that locked in, and EU fans probably not going to be too happy about that. But the fact of the matter is, what would you feel more happy having? Because you're going to be in so much danger if you play something that's low mobility. Just constantly keep that poke running. As Fudge just shoving here, and you can see Sven has made the roam.
Yeah, he's moving up here towards this top lane. Good equalizer placement there from Fudge as the Flame Spitter comes out. Hook is going to land. That's first blood to the Rumble. And Razork not going to be able to do anything here, even with Trimby waiting in the wings, although they are going to go in overly aggressively here. They just look to the least, and they take him down. It is going to be an answering kill. But now Sven...
For the potential aggressive play from Fudge.
And that's happened right now. Oscarinen taking a lot of damage. You can see also we've got a bit of a split fight, but the equalizer has been invested. Let's check out this top lane, see whether the ulti's going to be enough, but no, he just burns down.
Attacking him here between mid and jungle, and he needs to be someone that's getting going here for Fnatic because things have been difficult.
Look at topside though, because they wasted time. Now here's play on Oscarinen again.
Yeah, the equalizer means that it's very difficult to get past it. Interrupted, and Fudge just burns him down. But he was looking for a depth chart angle, but decides not to go for it. Yeah, Grand Entrance is going to come on through. There's a Lee Sin as well, but Blabber is going to answer that with a QE. And now the kick is going to come back. That's the kill onto Sven, as already Fnatic have picked up one, but there's the ulti from M&S, gets into the back line. Trimby is going to quickness him up though, and the Yone has stepped too far. Blabber just
thinks he can re-engage, but Trimby is ready. The R for the charm, the immediate knockup, the ignite goes down, and that sets up for those skill shots to land, but we're watching Oscar. This is becoming, oh no, he's dead.
Yeah, sometimes you think you're going to get away.
Going on, but there's 3 members here. He does have equalizer though, this could be dangerous for them.
Yeah, Ward's going to the brush. And Fudge,
no flash.
They're looking to try and get out of the way. Blabber gets on in here. There's the shockwave onto the Rumble to try and buy some time, but they're now being barbecued by Fudge. The knockup comes through as well. Razork, he is going to bite the dust as well. It's a double kill for Fudge. And the top lane
to the back line. It was like, oh yeah, I'll take this, no problem. But oh great, there's a super low Jax here. I can set up a Sven, and everything they're doing to shut down Fudge is just ended up with them saying it.
I mean, that was so risky. They tried to go on the timing. Equalizer wasn't actually up for a couple seconds when they're looking for that dive, but there's only 3 minions, and you're walking through the tower there as Humanoid with no flash, so it's a massive punish there. Now the equalizer's available.
Yeah,
Trimby's gone.
Trimby has got a lot of mobility, but now M&S is going to teleport behind him. The quickness to come through, and he's pretty slippery, but he's running out of ability to get away. That is going to be the final one, and M&S locks down the kill.
Trimby heavily in favor of C9.
Yeah, and Trimby, I think, did a really good job to delay this. I thought he was just going to be dead right off the rip, especially with the TP coming.
His own team didn't actually happen. Did manage to escape, though, as we do have the second Drake going to Fnatic. Now we're attempting an engage. Great ulti! Look at the equalizer on top of it. They're set up by Sven and knocked down. There's the ult to come through as well from M&S. As it immediately does go back, and now Berserker is free hitting. Everyone is so incredibly low. Trimby tries to be the hero. It's going to mean that he falls down, and C9 are still on the prowl. I don't know whether Noah and Oscarinen can get out of this one, because M&S, he's trying to look for it. These back positions are not where you want because C9 are closing in. Noah might be able to get out, but M&S, he's going to bind his soul back up again after picking up the kill, and C9 just rolling over the top.
Fnatic get the dragon, but Cloud9 with the 5-for-0 ace. 8,000 gold is the lead now. So for him to have this game, I think, is a confidence booster because Fudge hasn't been at that level we expect.
Well, there's the kick flash, and Teleport's going to come in. I think they're going to need 3 because Fudge does have the stopwatch. But there it is. So the rest of C9 are making their way up. Oscar is very, very low. There's a flag and drag to get the knock up onto Humanoid. They know who the most powerful one is on this Fnatic roster. They're going to take him down. The other 2 knows exactly what's going on. They did manage to get that ward into the pit. It is off now as Noah is looking for an opportunity. Tries to get out of the way of M&S, but he is still chasing him down. That Soul's going to have to rebind, but he still manages to get the kill, and the Baron falls down as well. Trimby looking to try to escape. The battle dance is going to
out on this game, and it would be their second win against EU here.
Yeah, there's another Cataclysm to come on through. The equalizer not placed perfectly, but I think it's good enough as there it is, the kill onto the Orianna. The double knockup comes in as well. Trimby's trying to do what he can. Sven is charmed, but now has his pick of the litter if he wants to throw out that anchor. Instead, they're just going to look towards these turrets. It's going to mean no soul point for Fnatic. That was a bit of a pipe dream, to be perfectly honest.
In theory, risky. And actually, they're going to start up the Baron immediately as you see Oscar in the top side.
Exactly. They see Oscar, so they want to at least force TP, but they need to make sure they peel Razork.
Yeah, Sven is going to be able to flash his way out of there. There's the CC onto the jungler, but Razork might be able to get into the pit. It's still so low. He steals it! He manages to get there. Trimby also trying to make their escape, but can they survive is the eventually fall down, but Fnatic
Don't contest Dragon, you start to get like towers on the map, get some of these bounties in your favor. Question mark?
Could be in a little bit of trouble here as he's trying to get out. It's not gonna work. M&S is now dominating, and our Rebel Baron power play is going to be slightly less than it was.
You got a chance. You know, if you find that perfect shockwave, it can really make things happen, but not having that on cooldown makes it much more difficult. Razork now looking for the flank, but he's spotted. Got to be careful.
Yeah, he's on vision. The knockup is actually going to land here, but no follow-up going to be available. And Blabber going to move back towards the Fog of War. C9 still with full map control, but Fnatic starting to feel like they can get back out here. Razork trying to get in there for that red buff, and now the Cataclysm is what's going to be there in answer. He goes down to his GA as the depth charge flies through, gets 2 in the knockup. But C9, they didn't have the follow-up. Berserker wasn't hitting anyone, and now
it's a mess.
He needs to deal with this orb. Trimby taking a bit of damage, but he's able to get back to his team, and that is just a free kill on his
towards bot side. They're looking for a pick on Noah.
Yeah, fantastic hook from Sven. He gets the knockup as well. M&S is going to dive in with the ulti. Noah's in trouble, but it's Sven that goes down first, and Noah, he's so slippery, manages to stay alive, but it is Razork that falls down as well. The equalizer flies
Berserker
in at the same time, and yeah, Berserker is just free hitting. Noah not going to be able to do anything. There's the flash forward to get the knockup as well, and Oscar and has to run for the hills. This might just be it. Humanoid's still there with a decent health bar, but the inhibitor is not.
I think Fnatic, when they get back to base, heal up, they'll be able to push Cloud9 out. No
Dragon move themselves towards Soul Point. We'll see if Cloud9 can do anything about that, but it is going to be the Blabber for securing the Baron, and Cloud9 will have that advantage.
Yeah, full information here for C9 as this Dragon has been started off, but it looks like it will just go down before they can do anything. So Fnatic do manage to get to Soul Point. I don't know how much that is going to mean over and over again. Yeah, no, it doesn't. And that is what C9 had going for them, is now Oscar in a little bit of trouble here towards the bottom side. M&S doing a good job, but not going to be able to do enough before he has to go back to that soul. Noah in trouble, does flash. Cataclysm comes on through. Trimby just evaporates before our very eyes, and now Berserker trying to take matters into his own hands. There's the ult from M&S. We were waiting for it, and we found it in the end, and C9 will finally get the team fight and look to close out the game.
It wasn't pretty, it wasn't clean, but Cloud9 will get it done in game number 1 against Fnatic.
Let's just hope that people went to get something to eat thinking this game was done, and then they see that C9 won in the end anyway. The first Nexus turret goes down, Berserker grabs another kill, and now C9 will finish the task. 1-0 in this best of 3, playing for their lives.
To actually get involved when there's a Jax, when there's the Recon CC, when there's the Flag and Drag, the knockup, there's, you know, the unleashed power from the Syndra as you go forward. It is going to end up being the Renekton that I talked about way earlier. So roles will kind of be what I expect. Razork here lying in wait, but we'll see. They're going to move. Humanoid's coming. It's going to be a fight potentially.
Possible 3v2, but no, it's going to be a 3v3. There's the Counter-Strike. Scat of the Week is incredible by Humanoid, but he's not quite able to finish them off. Razork in so much trouble as Fudge is looking for the kill back, but already M&S has fallen down. Culver Meat comes through. Blabber doesn't manage to find the flick.
With the vision plant, so Blabber moving in towards mid. They're going to look for a dive.
Yeah, they're going to pull him out with the all-out. Humanoid taking so much damage, and that's just a solo kill. Blabber was there.
An early Dragon and still be able to contest this Rift Herald. That's a big swing for Cloud9.
Oh, Razork is going to be spotted here. M&S going to push him away from this pit. I think he should be all right. M&S doesn't exactly have the largest health bar to deal with. As now he's going to get taken down. Noah grabs that kill. It's a 1-for-1 trade, though, in the end. Is that now?
Well, this is exactly what Cloud9 are looking for. They're going to go for a wraparound. They know that Counter-Strike's down for a little bit on Oscar, and now they're going to go for a 4-man dive.
Yeah, Weaver's Wall does come on through there. The Counter-Strike now on cooldown. The Magnus Storm comes in, doesn't get a whole lot of value, but I think they've got enough men up here, and they are going to be able to grab the kill. Underneath the turret, Razork coming.
Looking for a potential anchor for the ulti to try to cut off Humanoid. There it is.
Yeah, it is going to come on through here. Trimby finds the grand entrance onto Sven, just trying to keep him in position. Razork over the wall. There is the Magnus Storm, but doesn't get a lot of value. The flick does come back from Blabber, but Sven's already dead. The all-out comes on through, and Razork's just out of there. Fnatic, they've just turned it around here in this.
Razork doesn't actually take the tower shots. He's able to flag and drag, and now Fnatic turn over towards the Dragon. Big play for Fnatic.
Yeah, really close fight, though. You know, both Razork and Trimby getting out with really low HP. Cloud9 just can't finish off those kills, which really hurts because it means they...
Then you get a difficult situation.
Well, and here's one thing I will say that does make it more difficult against this sort of comp as Trimby.
Going to be interrupted there. He's burning,
and
that is going to be Blabber picking that one up. So yeah, wasted flash.
That was such a late flash and going to be going down anyway. But one of the things that makes this difficult is that there's not that much damage, in that kind of core 3 without Berserker. And if Berserker's not going to be joining the fights, well, they are low on damage. And now TP coming in to answer. Nice little bit of pressure there from Cloud9. They don't commit. They just back off as soon as the TP comes through.
Razor's here, though.
Oh, a little bit of trouble. Sven's going to be interrupted. Can't Hex Flash that one. That's another kill for Noah M&S. He has to flash over the wall. He will do so. That'll keep him alive.
I mean, it's massive for him, right? And he was kind of gifted those 2 kills. He's just been chilling bot lane farming, able to kind of have the action come to him. Fudge in some trouble here.
Yeah, the Counter-Strike going to come through. Blabber is here just a little bit late, and that is going to be the solo kill. Some revenge here for Oscar as some rocks are flying his way. We'll see whether he's going to survive. They are put on the ground. There's the flash to follow. The thread and volley. He has the last one, and that is going...
Only Blabber with that gold advantage right now.
Well, M&S is looking to try and grab one for himself. Humanoid taking a bit of damage as the teleport is coming forward. Wasn't really necessary, but sometimes you want to drive home that you can get the kill.
I love how M&S needs spectators whenever he gets a solo kill. It's like, come on, just see what I can do. But on top side as well.
Oh, the interruption does come through here as Blabber's going to get ulted. Okay, can the fancy feet actually work out here is the question. The answer is no, but it looked kind of cool for a few moments.
If he continues on this trajectory, that is going to be where we end up. He has been really stalwart for Cloud9, turning in another great performance, having really high kill participation, which to me is just kind of like the mark of a really good jungler.
And also now he's got so much on his shoulders, right? He's playing the Talir, and Sven is now looking to try and help get the kill onto Oscar Innen. M&S up here is relatively low, but the Magnet Storm's going to come through, and M&S will cut down.
Let's get the play on top side. Immediately use the Rift Tail to blow open that second tower as well. And
yeah, that is going to be the charm landing onto Fudge. CC'd and dead. That is, handbag.
That's just greed, man. He really wants to try to get that away. They're on the dragon. You see the dragon death call, and you're still not only staying to actually get the kill, but you're using your slice and dice to actually help to secure it. So there's no really anywhere for him to go. Cloud9 do get a tier 2 on the other side of the map, but Fnatic get the kill there. They get the dragon. They take the mid tier 1. Wanted to get it. Now going to be potentially dove here by Oscar.
Yep, there is the Counter-Strike. That is going to get the stun. Great knock up there from Razork, as well as the Scat of the Week is going to come in. Fudge keeping himself alive for so long, though. He does get stabbed in the end by a Q from the Jarvan, but have they overextended is the question. Berserker! Storm, as Berserker just dives in on top of Noah. He's out of the fight, but so is Blabber, who's been executed between his turrets. Fnatic now on the warpath, looking for M&S, who is running the wrong direction, and Noah is looking to try and come back and answer it. He is going to get engaged on, as M&S is trying to do some fancy stuff to get himself out of this, but it's not going to work, as Syndra says no, and Fnatic, they just win the fight. They grab 3 kills. Berserker is going to try and get this turret in answer.
M&S had nowhere to go. His tower is being knocked down by Skirnan as he's running for the hills, and Fnatic...
I mean, they're doing a really good job of just pressuring him off of this, as Trimby...
Yeah, doesn't have a lot of options. Has to use the quickness for the extra movement speed to get himself out of the way, so that is a decent...
Tanking it for Blabber right now.
And double TP is going to be available. There is no vision, as I think this might just be a Hail Mary. Let's see what can happen. Is the turn going to come through from C9? And instead, they're just going to get themselves out of here if they can. Sven trying to do what he can to keep them away as he dives in. There's the Magnet Storm, but where's the follow-up? The rest of C9 looking to move on over, and that is the Baron secured by Fnatic. Thanks for the leash, I guess, as Noah is looking for even more. Blabber's going to go down. M&S might be able to get one, but the answer is no, because there's a Mega Blast Cone down there to keep the Jacks alive, and now it is a disaster for C9. The Crocodile goes down once again, and Razork just needs 1 Q or a smite to take down the kill onto Berserker.
So this is an absolute disaster from Cloud9. I didn't feel like the game was in that desperate of a spot, and now Blabber's just going to get one shot.
That's there's a lot of power to unleash.
Do anything about this Jax? Time to flip it. And if their read is the game's over, then sure, but...
Whoa, we're diving in. Berserker is in a whole host of trouble, but he ults to get himself out of the way, and Razork is just going to die. C9 just pick up the kill. A little bit overly aggressive there in the enemy base.
I mean, a mistake there from Razork and Trimby, but actually might cost them more here.
Oh, the flank angle here from M&S as well, as Humanoid is going to get picked out of position. The all-out comes through. The flick will be available, and there's some revenge for Blabber. C9 grabbing a bit of a back here, though, so they might be able to get it. Yeah, exactly right. Teleport to come through from Fudge. Here's the last-ditch effort as they dive in. Magnet Storm is decent. They know exactly who their target is. Flash now down onto Humanoid, but Noah is the one popping off. They managed to get the Syndra, but can they actually win the fight is the question. Trimby going to try to get locked down, but it's Noah that's the one that needs to be be under control, and it's not going to happen. Fnatic just roll over the top. It's a double kill for Razok in the end. And Fnatic are done with this game, I think. I think they're going to look to end it here.
There's low health bars, but big smiles for Fnatic as they'll take down the inhibitor and take us to the game 3.
And Fnatic had so much extra control early. They are going to be able to take these Nexus turrets down and with momentum move towards the game number 3. For C9 fans, though, they can move back towards that blue side in this deciding game, but I think they're going to have to...
Actually, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I like the Silas.
Oh, it is Alistar, yeah.
Yeah, against the Alistar, LeBlanc can have some push, but she's not really able to shove you out of lane, especially since we've seen a lot of Silases like start Doran's ring, quick reset for Doran. Blabber and Oscarina isn't ready for this.
Yeah, there are a lot of people up here as the equalizer comes down. Oscarina, I think, knows that he's going to struggle in this one, decides to get as much damage onto Fudge as he can, and he's running back towards the enemy turret. There's the permafrost, there's the pulverize, and there goes first blood for Fudge. Goes in, and I think Fnatic should be able to collect this first dragon.
I will say, I think it was a little bit greedy from Oscarina though, like trying to stay underneath the tower, pressure with the flame spitter when you already have your jungler on bottom side, zero vision on that top end. Like there was no reason for you to try and be up that far in lane. You had already crashed it. So I mean, nice punishment from C9, but Oscarina should push. You hit level 6 up the wave and immediately dive.
Oh dear, level 7 here for Blabber as the equalizer comes down. C9 can move out of the way of it if they would like to, as now Fudge dives in. Razok is going to go the opposite direction though. The permafrost not quite in range as Blabber does find it. The fade away with the ultimate, and Oscarina just has to let his jungler die.
At that stage, Cloud9, it's an easy turnaround. To spend one more.
All right, he is probably, oh, never mind. He gets into the fog of war. The ward goes down. Blabber, can you keep your support alive? And I think he can. Although he may not be able to keep himself alive as the flash is going to whiff. Not able to get over that wall, and now Blabber's just going to have to give up the ghost.
Yikes, 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 my eyes.
So the Merc Treads working out here as Noah to stun up MNFs just a little bit, and does manage to get his crescendo, but Distortion, pretty good ability, and that's going to get MNS out of trouble. Blabber not going to get knocked up, but there is the Cataclysm to trap in the Piggy. Sven wants to try and find a way to make this one happen as Noah finds an ultimate. There goes Blabber, and Sven, he doesn't have the Sejuani to keep him alive. A 4-man pulverize to celebrate the ending of Sven here in this moment.
I mean, Fnatic
into a flank there from the Rumble would never be worth the play. As you say, MNS is pushed out. You can't be in the river in that position. Fudge though.
Humanoid doesn't realize it.
Yeah, Humanoid going to dive forward. The Everfrost is decent, but the Counter-Strike is a little bit better. Never mind, Pulverize is going to come through, and now Trimby is going to make his way up. There's the flash forward! Finds the crash down onto Sven, and once again, he's a cow with a dream, but this time, he does have his flash, so he gets out alive.
The chains from Humanoid were massive there. They locked up Fudge just long enough where Humanoid was able to escape and not get caught. And Sven is caught, though.
Oh, dear. Sven does find a decent pulverize there to try and keep himself alive, but he's not out of the woods just yet. Humanoid was tanking up the turret as now Blabber's looking for him. The Everfrost is decent, but the Glacial Prison is better. Kingslayer keeps Humanoid alive, and now Razok's looking for Sven, who just headbutts him away. The Cataclysm comes in, and he's walking circles literally around him. And now MNS wants to finish this one off. He's got a Magnet Storm to contend with, but some low health bars on Fnatic means this one is all coming up C9. Humanoid gets himself a Feather Storm in the nick of time, but the Q comes in. Berserker, he really wants this, but it's Blabber that's going to be the one to help lock it down. They do manage to take it. It costs an ult, but C9. Yeah, and in the lane economy snapshot from MasterCard, you can see bottom side of the map, Noah is actually pretty huge, but it's the top lane once again, and Fudge is going to flash on top of Oscar, and he gets stunned up by the Counter-Strike, but he might be able to get out with that scrap shield, but in comes the cow!
When you traded flashes, you got to just try to back it up.
Sven's emote game has been fantastic, even though it's been the one emote, but there's the equalizer. The Moonlight Vigil does fly down as Trimby looks to stun up the cow, and they do manage to get him some low health bars, but not enough for C9 to answer.
Yeah, but they're going to push mid, and we'll have to see what Cloud9 can get. They're at least going to get the one tower, very likely, or at least it'll be put really low, so that one does go down for free.
Yeah, teleport onto this outer turret towards the bottom side of the map. The equalizer is now making its way into the fight as MNS gets over that wall. The Drake is going down low, but Humanoid now going for the engage. The equalizer is decent, but it's not onto Berserker, who's now trying to kite back. The Drake goes down, but can they actually stay alive in the fight? As Humanoid, he flashes away, but the execution's there from MNS.
They need more.
And now C9, yeah, you're exactly right. They're going to have to go for it as the Magnet Storm is massive! Trimby's going to try and take them down as now Oscar in that backline with the Flame Spitter just burning them all down, but it's Berserker that's trying to get more. Noah now able to get those shots in. It's a bit of a disaster, but in the end, it's all Fnatic. And Berserker's just trying to get that one last kill, and Noah
saying you're able to follow through with the damage that Skirnin has on this Rumble. Really well orchestrated fight, and Fnatic want more.
Yep, the first big win here in this game goes to Fnatic, but the game is not over yet. They do have Infernal Soul, which is so important. Sven also doesn't have a whole lot of his health bar, does get a decent shield, but the will not quite can get that Miracle Steal, then there is going to be an opportunity, but he is going to get Magna Storm. They are looking for the Baron. It's a lot of damage down though as Berserker is free hitting 2 kills. Already the Equalizer does next to nothing, and that's going to be 3 in trade for the Baron. They're going to need to try and get out of here.
Not working out for them. MNS, I have to say, doing a good job finding poke constantly throughout this game, you know, poking and prodding, trying to get advantages where he can. But the big problem is still looming. They're looking for a pick here on Trimby, but great buffer on the dismount there to keep him safe. And Razor looking for the turn, maybe.
Yeah, the Equalizer goes down again. Blabber is completely cornered off. He's trying to get out of there, but he's not going to be able to. That's the lockdown. A great knock-up onto Sven as well, who's once again going to try and use the ulti to escape, but it's not going to work. Trimby going to lock down that kill. That is 2 for free for Fnatic.
And that means trouble with this Dragon coming up very soon here. Yeah, Fudge gets a tier 2, but Fnatic are pushing, and they're going to have full setup on this Dragon. That could mean everything here. MNS wants to delay to the last second and then interrupt this to try to stop a proper setup. He couldn't quite get that 100-0 play. Razork will slink out, but now they're going to try to TP in.
Yeah, Fudge is immediately going to come in and use that counter-strike. Trimby down very low, but Noah is just shooting him. He is going to be able to get himself out of this.
100-0, but Fudge in an awkward spot. He needs to get over this wall.
Yeah, the chain's going to miss. Noah is finally going to turn up, has the long-range guns for this fight. He's quite have to sever him, but he may not necessarily need it. That is a great snipe from the Glacial Prison, but it doesn't quite work out, as that is going to be Fnatic locking down the Drake, and now the Dragon is going to burn through C9. They try to get one back, but it's not going to be enough. Berserker, the cleanse, he just can't cleanse the death, and Noah was good at even in the LCK as well. He didn't play all that much, was mainly on Challenger for KT, and it's a large reason why. I don't like
Probably not going to look for anything besides, you know, maybe the Elder. You try to come out and you fight the Elder, you pray that you're able to hold, you pray that you're able to steal an Elder, and then maybe kind of steal this game away. But it is an incredibly difficult spot, and MNS playing with fire.
Yeah, it does have Distortion, does have Mimic as well, I hope. That is not actually there, as he is going to go into his passive, and they find the right one. Oh no, it's the wrong one! Even I got trolled there, but they are still able to grab this. But it's a 1-for-1, and you'll take that if you're C9 and you're this far behind.
I think as Cloud9, you have to try and make a play right now. Humanoid's on bot side. Can you find this engage while it's 3 people before Humanoid can join in?
Blabber's looking.
Yeah, they do finally see him, but is it too late? That's the question. They have to lock down Noah if they want to get anything done as Fudge. Already down to 50%. That Equalizer was a whole lot better, and they don't find too much more. Fudge is going to go down, and now Sven's just trying to get the CC, but Noah is just a raid boss. He is just too massive on this Aphelios. I feel like we're back to the old version of this champion, and that one was too oppressive. Noah is just reminding us what he used to be able to do, and he's doing it now on this patch of all things. Fnatic now pushing in. They are going to be able to take the Inhibitor turret towards the top side of the map. Inhibitor going to go down as well. And he's now 10-0-7. He's just too big.
Yeah, they just can't deal with him whatsoever here. Cloud9, you know that their windows of opportunity are so slim. They're trying to force a play here when they see Humanoid elsewhere on the map. Blabber seeing if he can split up one of the recalls, maybe make something happen here. They might be able to chase down Oscar.
Yeah, MNS, can he actually land the chains to help lock down this Rumble? Or can he keep himself alive before the Rumble kills him is the question. MNS is now just one more tick of that Flame Spitter, and I think he would have died. Blabber's going to be able to lock it down.
Fnatic may not even go for it. It looks like they're just going to immediately push down mid lane, see if they can get position here, and they could try and end the game. That's their main engage tool. Sven is going to have to walk over a ton of wards to get into a position where he's happy.
He doesn't want to give this one up, though, because he spent so much time avoiding all of this vision. He's still channeling the back as C9 look to try and defend, but every auto Noah throws into this turret is a dangerous one.
The Baron's expired, so he knows that they're going to come over towards that Elder
Humanoid.
now.
He finds the Glacial Prison that he stole away, and Oscar Innan's the one that finishes
to be somewhere, so the cow has to back away. Fnatic get the pick off a Humanoid, and they'll get the Elder Dragon.
Humanoid just coming up massive
away
there
from Sven, so won't have that up and available. Hex Flash going to be there, but I don't think it's going to help them as the second Inhibitor turret is going to bite the dust. The Inhibitor following suit very quickly. And now Fnatic, I don't think they need a Baron. They've got the Elder buff as now Fudge is diving in. Gets a decent stun, but he can't get on top of Noah. He has to go golden as Razok is battling 3 people under these turrets, and the Jax is going to be dealt with. Blabber might be able to get one against his opposite number, but the rest of Fnatic are bearing down on them. It's a double kill for Oscar. It's Blabber on the fountain. Noah is just trying to bully them to get them away from these Nexus turrets. Blabber gets in there, but Noah's got a stopwatch. He's going to break that one onto the ground, and Noah will fall. I don't know whether it's going to be enough. They're holding for now, though. Oh, Humanoid walks back towards the turret. Blabber's trying to keep this one at bay, but there are just super minions everywhere. Okay, Humanoid throws out the chains. There's the last Nexus turret. Humanoid, can you finish the game here on now? He is so close to execution range. And there it is. The burn's going to come through. Sven not going to make this one happen, as the Nexus will be taken down from the man with everything in this game. Humanoid was just gigantic.
Humanoid trying